So hopefully, we'll see and we'll get some confirmation here. But here we go.
Yeah. Also checking it as we were waiting on it.
Yep, right to Hollow Bastion. So
yep. So Hollow Bastion here, the single platform. Looking to try and see how this all turns out.
It's a little like that platform's impactful, but not quite as much as, say, like Smashville or something. So I'd be curious to see how it plays out. Hollow Bastion, I'm more of a pre-DLC player. Like my peak of this was pre-DLC. So this stage in its entirety is a little interesting to me. It has the same blast zones as FD, I've recently come to learn.
Yes, so it's pretty much that with an extra platform in the middle. And it can open up some combo routes for some of the characters. So like a Mario that likes to do the ladder, Diddy Kong here in certain situations. Same thing for Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. with the back air there. So TM7 taking first stock.
It wasn't quite, it feels doable. It didn't feel so dominant. That was quite back and forth. Obviously, Zap has the lead here. He took that stock and he still has some room to wiggle. But I feel like Z just starts to find that one opening, and boom, just like that, not quite enough.
Nope. Gonna get the Mecha Koopa out, try and use that to their advantage, get the tech off after the explosion there. Now looking to try and take them to the side, keep them down low.
Caught him at a bad time hitting that up B there. So unfortunate.
Yeah.
So that's my least favorite thing to experience when I'm playing Diddy Kong. I will not lie. That and hitting the stage with that up B.
Yeah, getting too low is not something that you want to see in this situation as Z.
Oh, wow. And the
really
DI to survive that again.
Yeah, going down real low and really playing with the ledge here. Finally, Z getting something at 180.
Bowser Jr. being susceptibly, or forgive me, not the right word there, but deceptively heavy. I feel like this is one of those characters that a lot of the times I hit and I anticipate to send flying, and he eats it and he survives to 170.
Yeah, that Koopa Clown car just adding a little extra weight that's not really expected here. Z here at 109 on the last stock. Still has to go through 2 from TM7.
Yeah,
but getting decent setup there.
I think everybody in the room knew you were going for that down air, my friend. You needed it. You're at a deficit, but you had to make it a little trickier than that.
And that banana here coming into play. A lot of people are going to try and turn that around, try to grab it as quickly as possible. Going to get caught by the Mecha Koopa there. Nice use of the back throw to get them caught.
Definitely prior to that back throw, it was questionable if I felt like Diddy was at a really good kill percent, but now absolutely Diddy's sent flying with the right move here. So let's see. Okay,
Monkey
Z
flip.
is locking down a little bit. He's not giving up without a fight here. Nice back air cross up.
122, tried to go for the jab lock, but again gets his second chance there off the down tilt into the up smash.
All right, can he get past invulnerability on the stock respawn?
No, unfortunately, not for long.
He begs to differ. 181. Nope. Okay.
Back air there. Still showing signs of life at 184.
Awkward interaction, one of those things you really got to know about the Bowser Jr. matchup, to not throw that up air into a side B and just trade not in your favor. That should do it.
Yep, the back throw should be more than enough.
That felt like there was some DI potential there, but I don't think so. So, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting how that turned out, but TM7 Zap going to take game 1 and now looks to take game 2 as well, as they decide their next stage.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what happens.
I have a feeling that maybe it might be another rerun into Hollow Bastion.
You think so, huh?
I think, because it does work for both, but there could be... Zap might be thinking maybe banning it as well to try and move somewhere else that is a little more favored towards him, maybe unknowingly.
Understood. Well, the counter picks open up. So
yes.
It all depends on where those bans go, I wish I had a stage list right in front of me. I don't have it currently.
I should have grabbed one. Have here on
that in a minute, but I don't know them right off the top of my head. But I'd assume, okay, Kalos is one of the counter picks.
Yes, I do remember that.
So I see it from the Diddy perspective. If you take into consideration what we were talking about earlier, you get rid of that platform in the center there, and you just open up, and it feels like an FD with a little bit of extra edge guarding potential with those platforms there. It does, however, mix up that like down throw, back air combo that a lot of Diddies tend to at least try to benefit from in the when they're on the back foot. So let's see. He's in the lead currently.
Right, but like you mentioned, the edge guarding potential is very good on this stage with the platforms kind of just barely moving over it. So it gives a couple of options both in terms of offense and defense for these characters. I mean, with Diddy Kong alone, you can kind of drop down, do some funny stuff with the banana peel and, monkey flip. For Bowser Jr. here, you got the Mecha Koopa. You can drop down, maybe do up B, right back onto the platform, get the explosion, and kind of hold the ledge. But it's going to be how creative can these two get.
Absolutely, and you have to take into consideration what I talked about earlier, where Bowser Jr. is not a familiar matchup for a lot of people. I don't know, like I said previously, I'm not too familiar with Z's background, so I don't know if these two players have met before.
They met once before.
Okay, and
that was at Flying Fortress Monthly Skill Check. It was a 3-2. That was back in 2021.
And who came out victorious?
That was Z winning that match.
Z won that one. Okay. Oh, but if I'm looking there, it looks like Zap was using different characters at the time.
Yep. So Zap did use Luigi twice.
Okay.
And then went random and lost both the matches in that set.
Okay, wow. So quite the lore behind this set, actually. I'm glad you looked that up. Thank you for that. That was actually really cool. Because, the narrative's always fun here. And to see, look at that, people. Zap once upon a time lost 3-2, actually. Really close set.
Yeah, and very close indeed.
He's got the lead right now. I guess the same could pan out. We never know, but he's got the Bowser Jr. coming out now. And I know I've actually heard of quite a lot of success stories about Zap's Bowser Jr.
That is very true here, but again, Z here wanting to try and keep it undefeated against Zap.
Yeah, keep that positive win record, but looks like Zap has something to say about it.
Yeah, still getting those aerials, throwing out the Mecha Koopa, but going to get caught.
Oh, last stock. This looks a little better than the last game even, too, when you think about it. I'm pretty sure when Z got to that last stock, he was at a lot higher percent, but wow. Don't like to see that. Commentator's curse. Sorry, Z fans.
Zap here looking to try and close out game 2.
Ooh,
Mecha Koopa, very well placed. Pretty much kind of locked him in.
Held shield longer that time. Even got the Mecha Koopa in his own hand, but wow, 149. Wow, got punished for it.
Yeah, didn't throw it quick enough. And he's going to get caught by the Mecha Koopa into the back air.
Sealed the deal. 2-0 and a handshake.
That will do it. TM7 Zap.
Switch back. All right, yeah.
And that is going to be it for the set.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for having me on again. Hopefully I get back on in a set or two here. So we'll see. I'm switching back to Master J here, okay?
Thanks for the set here.
No, I appreciate it as well. It was a pleasure commentating with you.
Pleasure indeed. So let's get Jay back onto the comms as we will move further inward to our top 24 as we will figure out our next matchup here. And I believe it is going to be either Beast Mode Paul versus E-Bag, which we talked about a little earlier on, or it's going to be Dominator versus Osh9, and that's a matchup that I personally want to see, especially with how crazy both of them can get.